Hi, I'm Philippe Boucher.
Hi, I'm Chris Letang, and you're watching Inside Penguins Hockey, presented by Comcast.
Thank you very much, everybody, and welcome to Inside Penguins Hockey, presented by Comcast. Welcome to our viewers at home, and welcome to our studio audience once again. Already, I can tell you're a great audience, and I know that you're fired up because you're going to get a chance to meet a couple of guys who come from Quebec. Philippe Boucher and Chris Letang are here on the show this week. And Danny Potash is here also. Go ahead, Danny.
That's some bad French, Staggy, but they are known as the Mighty Penguins, and recently they took some mighty big steps on the ice here at Mellon Arena. I'll have that story, plus our popular Geico Q&A segment. That'll much more a little bit later in the show.
Okay, thank you very much, Dan. And before we look ahead to our guests, let's look back at a week that was pretty good for the Penguins as they finally got back on the winning track. It's our Comcast DVR Penguins Rewind.
The Penguins played host to the Anaheim Ducks without the services of the injured Sidney Crosby, but offense would not be a problem as Matt Cook stepped up to score the first 2 goals of the contest.
Over to Whitney. Whitney wrister, and it's blocked. Backhand shot. Score! Matt Cook does it again. He gets the loose puck and just turns it into that empty cage. Jaguar didn't know where the puck was until it was in the back of the net, and it's 2-0 Pittsburgh.
The Ducks' Ryan Getzlaf pulled Anaheim to within 1 late in the second, but defenseman Hal Gill put the Ducks away for good in the third.
Face-off win for Stahl. Hal Gill looks it over, shoots and scores! Hal Gill fires from the left point through a screen, and Jaguar upset fires that puck out of the paint after seeing it hit the back of the net, and the Penguins lead 3-1.
The national spotlight shone upon Mellon Arena as the New York Rangers skated into Pittsburgh for a daytime showdown with the Penguins. Sidney Crosby made his return to the lineup, but the Penguins got some timely secondary scoring, including Chris Menard's first goal of the season.
Jeffrey stumbles down, play back in by towering Hal Gill. Back past the course, and score! Menard! 1-0!
Goaltender Marc-Andre Fleury stood tall in the net, stopping all 33 shots he faced for his second shutout of the year as the Penguins blanked the Rangers 3-0. The Make-A-Wish Foundation celebrated their 10,000th wish granted in the Pittsburgh region by introducing the team to 8-year-old Jacob Anderson. Young Jacob signed a 1-day contract with the Penguins and received his own stall, customized equipment, and a front row seat to the morning skate, and a few more surprises.
All right, ready? Go with me.
Later in the day, Jacob and a sold-out Mellon Arena were on hand to watch the Penguins take on the visiting Carolina Hurricanes. Evgeny Malkin got things going in the first period with his 19th goal of the season.
He's around for Boucher, a shot on the save. Rebound! Ward stopped it originally, and then Malkin put it in. Evgeny Malkin scores a power play goal.
But Carolina stormed back, tying the score late in the first on the power play, and taking the lead midway through the second, courtesy of Eric Stahl.
Himself at a bad angle. Williams in front. Stahl deflects it between the legs of Fleury, and the Canes take a 2-1 lead.
The Pens could not solve Cam Ward, who stopped a 4-minute power play to close the game as the Hurricanes held on to win 2-1. With the Comcast DVR Penguins Rewind, I'm Dan Potash.
So the Penguins enjoying a much-deserved rest for the All-Star break and a chance for some of those injured players to get healthy. And that's certainly something the Penguins are very anxious to do here as we head down the home stretch towards the Stanley Cup playoffs. And, the defensemen have really been banged up, and it's been great to know that the Penguins have such depth at that position. And that's what we have here on the show this week. A couple of key guys on the Penguins' back line, Chris Letang and Philippe Boucher. Come on up, guys. Do you know that Chris Letang won an award for best personality?
Seriously?
I have it. I wrote it down. It's somebody Dumont. Wait, I gotta find it.
It was picked in a hat, though.
Huh?
It was picked from a hat.
I don't believe that. It's the Paul Dumont Trophy for best personality in the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League. What do you think about that, Philippe?
What happened to you? You've changed, huh?
Yeah, it's a good question. What happened? No, he's got a great personality.
Nothing happened. I'm still the same.
Welcome to Pittsburgh. I know that you and I spoke about, coming here and what a great atmosphere it is, and I know you feel that way about this team. Unfortunately, though, the injuries started happening not too long after you got here, and I wonder, I know it's been kind of a tough stretch for the guys, but at the same time, what's been your impression of just playing for Pittsburgh and being in Pittsburgh, Philippe?
It's been great. First impression, when I played in warm weather climate in L.A. and Dallas for so long, driving from the airport, a little snow falling down when I first got here about 5-6 weeks ago, I felt like I was home again. And then just meeting the guys, meeting the people around town, and everybody made me feel at home right away, and it's been a great experience. And like you said, hopefully I didn't bring the injury bug with me. Hopefully we'll get past it and get a healthy lineup and keep on winning.
Well, we're going to talk to both of you guys a little bit later on in the show. A couple of peas in a pod. Both right-hand shooters, both from the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League, and really anxious to hear from Chris and Philippe coming up a little bit later in the show. But we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back with more on Inside Penguins Hockey, presented by Comcast.
Hey kids, do you think you have what it takes to be a sports reporter? Trib Total Media has teamed up with the Penguins to give you that very opportunity as one of the Trib Junior Reporters. Log on to pittsburghpenguins.com/junior reporter for full contest rules and details.
This is an intervention.
Okay.
We need to get you off the DirecTV.
Oh, you guys are freaking me out.
There's a void in your life right now. You need more HD. DirecTV, Comcast. I mean, tons of movies. I Am Legend. Did you see that?
I wanted to see that.
Yeah,
Though.
it's on HD. It's all right there. Whenever you want it. This is the talking pillow. You just tell me how you feel right now.
I think I need Comcast. I think I do.
Come in here, everybody. Let's give the new Steve a hug skate.
Whoa. It has no keyboard. And then, did it just click? You've never clicked a screen before. Is that supposed to happen? Is it supposed to feel so right? It feels like a keyboard, just no keys. What kind of mad genius is behind this? Oh, right.
America's largest 3G network introduces the world's first touchscreen BlackBerry. Only from Verizon Wireless.
Say hello to Gus, the second most famous groundhog in Pennsylvania.
I just flew in from the Poconos, and boy, are my arms tired. Sandwich walks into a bar. Bartender says, sorry, we don't serve food here.
What else you got?
$2.5 million Joker's Wild. The new instant game from the Pennsylvania Lottery. You could win one of 5 top prizes of $2.5 million. I got $1 million of them. You know where a penguin keeps his money? The snowbank. Keep on scratching.
Unless I'm fortunate enough to have tickets, I will be glued to my TV for every Pens game. I will text everyone I know for updates. I will ask complete strangers to check their PDAs. I will stop at nothing to find a TV, because no matter where I am, I'm in the game.
Get in the game with Penguins Ticket Exchange. It's the safe, Penguins-approved way to get tickets for sold-out games.
Thank you very much, and welcome back to the show. Now the star of our show, Dan Potash, has a story for us. Danny?
Well, the star in the eyes of some. Isn't that right, Chris? That's right. Well, we all know that Penguins tickets are hard to come by, but imagine how hard it would be to get into Mellon Arena, watch the Penguins practice, and then take the same ice that they just left and play hockey. Well, guess what? It's a moment that the mighty Penguins will not forget anytime soon. Taking in Penguins practice, nice. Taking in Penguins practice and then taking the ice after them, priceless.
They're just grinning from ear to ear. They're looking at the banners. They know all the history in this building, and it's just a wonderful opportunity.
The mighty Penguins sled hockey team is no joke. These players may not have full use of their extremities, but when they take the ice, watch out.
Zach here usually sits at the side of the net, back door. And then Nevin usually has the other side, and then I usually cover the point.
So can you give the Penguins top scoring line a run for their money as far as scoring points?
Yeah.
Boys and girls from 4 to 25 years of age make up the team, and the sky is the limit when it comes to how far they can go. Josh Wirt, a 2002 Paralympic gold medalist, knows that all too well.
A lot of people who are able-bodied don't realize that, we're perfectly capable of leading, regular lives, competing on disabled teams such as this, but also just leading regular lives in everyday life. So it's really important. It's also important for the kids who are disabled to know that they can do anything if they put their minds to it.
That message has been heard loud and clear by these players. And after this visit to Mellon Arena, they can now pass along another. What's the first thing you're going to tell everybody when you get home?
I got to play on the ice that the Penguins play on.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun, Steggy, to actually watch these guys watch practice as fans and then take the ice as players. And I know that some of the Penguins had a chance to watch them from the Penguin Tunnel, and they had no idea how physical the game can get because these guys actually play to win.
Yeah, they play hockey. I mean, have you seen it before, sled hockey, Philippe?
Yeah, I've seen it on TV a few times, and I got to meet some of the guys as they were coming in this morning, and they were pretty happy to be able to play on our ice. That was nice to see.
Chris, I want to ask you what it was like to have Philippe come. I'm sure you heard about him. As you were developing as a hockey player, he's one of the guys that I know a lot of people have felt highly of. He had 19 goals a couple of years ago playing for Dallas. What was it like to just have another guy come in who's a fellow French-Canadian defenseman and does what you do? Has it been nice to have him around?
Yeah, really nice. He's like my dad right now.
They remind me every day I'm the oldest player on the team now.
And no, I've been hanging around with him. We're living in both in the city, so I had to show him around a little bit. And he's a great example for me. He's been in the league for so long. And we get along pretty good. And he's just a great guy off the ice. And on the ice, he's always helping me with like certain detail on the ice and try to get me a better player.
What's he like as a stepson?
Well, my family is in Dallas right now. Unfortunately, they couldn't follow me up here, and when I miss them or I want to be aggravated, want to work on my patience, he just comes to the house and he bugs me all day. But other than that, he's been pretty good.
Seriously, what is it about this guy? Like, because you hear him, he can dish it out pretty good. I mean, he's doing it right now, but he's like a target. It's like the guys just seem to love he's like a lightning rod for stuff in the room. And do you protect him from that, or do you join in?
I did when I first got here. I felt bad for him, but now I'm like everyone else. I just rip him all day. It's fun. It's part of it.
Do you bring it on yourself, Chris? I mean, is there something inside you that you actually like it in a way? I mean, or
I don't really mind right now. I used to it from last year, so. Yeah. They're still doing it, but I don't mind. I start to beat them back, because usually I was not like really good with speaking English, so I was speaking in French. They didn't understand, but
speaking, that's a term that guys use. Speaking meaning like giving each other,
on them.
Picking on them or whatever.
So now I'm giving them back and try to be more like a little guy who's going behind them and do some tricks. They don't know though. Don't tell them.
I got to ask, I don't know if were you there when you did the big dinner in Carolina with all the credit cards? Were you here?
No, I missed that one. That's when I had my concussion. I've heard about it, though.
And what happened in that particular instance? Would you care to share that with the audience?
The story I've heard is, we do that a lot. If we go 6, 7, 10 guys with the whole team, if everybody's willing to do it, we'll put credit cards in a hat. and we'll just go out and pick out the cards, and the last guy pays. And I heard that one was a fun one, a long one, and an expensive one. And then I think Chris got set up. He had to pay. Got real upset, I think, and then the guys told him he was set up the next day, and they paid him back.
How much was the bill?
Am I allowed to tell you that?
I wasn't there.
$4,000. But I knew. I was looking at them, and they were not straight. I was like, there's something cooking in there. And I found, Dupuis was like taking the card in the hat, and it was looking in the hat all the time. I was like, well, what's going on? And usually I'm pretty lucky, knock on wood, but I'm pretty lucky on those games, and I was one of the last. I was, there's something wrong here, and finally I got picked, but they had me pretty good that night. I was pretty rattled for maybe 2 hours.
So you split it up, basically? Is that what you did, the $4,000? Everybody just pitched in? Or?
They just, chip in for, we split in with everyone.
Is that great stuff or what, huh? I love it. You are guys that come from Quebec. What's it like up there and, playing hockey there? We know that Montreal is like a religion. And, you came from Saint Apollinaire, right? Is that what kind of town is that?
Yeah, that's pretty good. You can pronounce it. Yeah, that's a small town, about 3,000 people outside of Quebec City. A great place to grow up. I get to go back once in a while in the summertime. All my friends are still back there.
How many? What's the population of Saint Apollinaire? Do you know?
3. It was 3 when I was growing up. Now close to 4. We got a McDonald's now. We got a Tim Hortons. We got a traffic light. It's getting big.
And you're a big city boy, right?
Yeah, I'm born in Montreal.
Right in Montreal.
We moved on the South Shore after 4 years in town. It's not that great for school, and neighborhood is not great, so we move on the South Shore too.
And they have a whole lot of Tim Hortons in Montreal and McDonald's. I know that. All right, and a lot of traffic lights too. We'll be back. You guys get to ask the questions. I'm sure they'll be better than mine in just a moment. It's our Geico Q&A coming up on Inside Penguins Hockey, presented by Comcast.
Hey kids, do you think you have what it takes to be a sports reporter? Trib Total Media has teamed up with the Penguins to give you that very opportunity as one of the Trib Junior Reporters. Log on to PittsburghPenguins.com/Junior Reporter for full contest rules and details.
If your club, organization, or business is planning a meeting, dinner party, or wedding, think Marriott City Center Hotel. The Marriott City Center has up-to-date renovated meeting rooms, top-notch catering, and an experienced staff, all at reasonable prices. The Marriott City Center has the facilities, the chef, and the experience to put together your next event. The Pittsburgh Marriott City Center. Call 471-4000.
Those who never stop exploring always stop at Dick's Sporting Goods.
I wake up on game days with one purpose, to make sure that when that puck drops, my world revolves completely around the Penguins. I will do 10 hours work in 4 hours. Seriously, I will make up any excuse to see Sidney Crosby take the ice. I will end all conversations, sign off of Facebook, turn off my phone, and ignore everything. Because no matter where I am, I'm in the game.
Now's your time to get in the game. Join the Penguins season ticket waiting list. Reserve your spot at PittsburghPenguins.com.
Thank you, everybody. Really enjoyed your enthusiasm. You're a great audience. And now you get to participate. It's time for our Geico Q&A. Let's go down to Danny.
All right, Steggy, first up is Paul. Paul, what's your question?
This is for Chris. If you've been to Permani's, and what's your flavored kind?
Have you been to Permani Brothers? And what's your favorite sandwich? He's Permani's. He has apparently.
Oh, okay.
Never been there.
Maybe you have. Oh, no, wait a minute. It's the place with the big sandwiches that have French fries and coleslaw on them. Have you been there yet?
No, never been there.
Capicola,
go there. It's good.
Try it.
Never been there, but I've been to Mixed Steer downtown. It's a place for wrap and soup, salad and stuff.
You like that place?
Yeah.
All right, next up is Rem. What's your question?
It's for Chris. Outside of Penguins and hockey, what do you do like around the city?
Goes to Mixed Steer and eats wraps and soup.
I try to make Philip busy a little bit because he needs some kids sometimes, so I'm there for him. But usually I go to theater, shopping, try to get busy all the time and don't try to be bored at my apartment. And just,
see any good movie lately?
Actually, I don't know. No.
All right, question number 3. Go right ahead.
This one's for Chris. Chris, as a part of the Pittsburgh organization, I know you're very involved in the community. I wanted to know, what's your favorite community service project you've done?
I like to go to the hospital, the children's hospital. I like we all went there for gift and for the little kids. It's always nice to help these little kids for Christmas, have nice present and know that we're thinking about them and just feel good inside of me to just, I know I did something good today and these kids are really happy to see us.
All right, Chris, we're going to give you a break. This one's for Philippe. What's your question?
Hi, welcome to Pittsburgh, Philippe. Hi, Chris. I'd like to know how you compare playing with the Penguins to the Stars.
I think this is what we talked about growing up in Quebec. I think this is a lot closer. I grew up watching the Nordiques in Montreal, and people are really involved. Hockey's a religion up there. In Dallas, although they have really good fans, hockey's not the sport. It's not as followed as closely as hockey is here. So, again, when I said earlier in the show, I felt like, when I came here, I came home, and that's what it feels like. I think it's more good hockey atmosphere, a lot of people playing it. People are, obviously, with the run the team had last year, people are really excited about the teams, and it's fun to see.
All right, our last question is from Catherine. Go right ahead.
So what do you admire most about Mario, even though there's a trillion things?
I think that's for me. I think it's for both of you guys.
What do I miss about Mario?
What do you
admire most about him?
Well, I got to play against him. I'll be honest. What I most admire, I was a young kid. I was 19, first year in the league, and he actually came up to me and said hello. I was amazed that he even knew who I was. I was so nervous to play against him. Obviously, with Gretzky, in my book, he's probably the best player that ever played the game. And then just for him to come and say hello, and he's been very generous, within the game and outside the game. I think that's what's missed the most. And he's still doing it, though, as an owner. He's still very involved.
Yeah, for my part, I'm a little bit young. I didn't have the chance to play against him or with him. But I see him in the dressing room. He's a great man. You can see, everywhere he's going, he's got a lot of power. And, I just, try to ask him, some question just to try to learn about the game, about everything outside of hockey. And he's just I've been watching him when I was growing up. I was a big fan of him, and now he's just an idol for me. Yeah.
You should ask more questions.
And then he says,
"Listen to his answers."
And then Mario says, "Go away, you're bothering me, kid." I got to ask you guys. We have a little bit of more time. Thank you very much for your questions, by the way. Steelers obviously are huge in this town, and you had a chance to go watch the AFC Championship game. What did you think of that?
Amazing. I've been to a couple games before. I got to go watch the Cowboys in Dallas, but I've been to the last 5 games here, and it's amazing. It's all about football. No cheerleaders, no music, no nothing. It's all about football, and what a team. Go Steelers. Hopefully they bring back the Super Bowl. It was a win for us in the afternoon, and a win for the Steelers at night. That was a great day.
Howard Cosell once said, when you play the Steelers or the Penguins, you play the city of Pittsburgh. In other words, you play against the city, not just the team. You see that? You see that when you were there in that atmosphere? Can you get
I saw it in the stadium. I saw it out in the city at night. That people are all behind them. People are having fun, and it's an amazing run. Hopefully they keep it going, and I can't wait to be here. Unfortunately, we won't see the next one live, but a lot of people are going to watch it on TV, and I'm sure we'll have a party and we'll be all behind them, supporting them.
Well, it was the same thing last year when the Penguins were in the Stanley Cup Finals. Chris was a part of that. He knows what I'm talking about, and it's just great to know that Pittsburgh fans and hockey fans are all behind you guys just as they are behind the Pittsburgh Steelers. And thanks a lot for being with us, guys. We have a final word coming up in just a moment on Inside Penguins Hockey, presented by Comcast.
This is an intervention.
Okay. We need to get you off the DirecTV.
Oh, you guys are freaking me out.
There's a void in your life right now. You need more HD. DirecTV, Comcast. I mean, tons of movies. I Am Legend, did you see that?
No, I wanted to see that.
Yeah,
too.
it's on HD. It's all right there, you know, whenever you want it. This is the talking pillow. You just tell me how you feel right now.
I think I need Comcast. I think I do.
Come in here, everybody. Let's give the new Steve a hug ski.
If your club, organization, or business is planning a meeting, dinner party, or wedding, think Marriott City Center Hotel. The Marriott City Center has up-to-date renovated meeting rooms, top-notch catering, and an experienced staff, all at reasonable prices. The Marriott City Center has the facilities, the chef, and the experience to put together your next event. The Pittsburgh Marriott City Center. Call 471-4000.
Whoa. It has no keyboard. And then, did it just click? You've never clicked a screen before. Is that supposed to happen? Is it supposed to feel so right? It feels like a keyboard, just no keys. What kind of mad genius is behind this? Oh, right.
America's largest 3G network introduces the world's first touchscreen BlackBerry. Only from Verizon Wireless.
Don't look, but you're totally getting scoped out right now.
Seriously, where?
Don't look. Been staring at you for like 20 minutes.
What, that? That's the money you could be saving with Geico.
Tell me who's watching. Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
If I had my way, I'd watch every second of every Pens game with no distractions. But for some reason, life just won't cooperate. Hey, you have to work late tonight. Hey, you have to pick up dinner. Look, I don't mind, but I'm taking the Penguins with me. Because no matter where I am, I'm in the game.
Get in the game at PittsburghPenguins.com, where you can buy tickets, check out in-depth articles, and watch tons of exclusive video.
Thank you very much, everybody. You've been a great audience. Chris Letang will be involved in the Young Stars competition this weekend at the All-Star Game. I want to wish you luck there, Chris, in Montreal. Have a good time. Philippe, thanks a lot for bringing your son onto the show. We appreciate it. And thank you once again for being here and being such a great audience. Thank everybody at home, too. And for Dan Potash, I'm Paul Steigerwald. Thanks a lot for watching Inside Penguins Hockey, presented by Comcast.